Hi, welcome back. On this last problem, we're looking at two similar solid brass statues of Martin Luther King Jr. The lengths of the left ear are 3 centimeters and 5 centimeters. If the base area of the larger statue is 80 centimeters squared, find the base area of the smaller statue. Okay, so when I look at this, the first thing I see is we have two similar brass statues of Martin Luther King Jr. and the lengths of the left ear. Okay, so when I look at my figure and I look at the lengths of the left ear, okay, one of them is 3 centimeters and one of them is 5 centimeters. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do that a little bit darker of a color. So one ear is 3 centimeters, one is 5 centimeters. Now, if I look at these two figures that I've got drawn, I'm gonna put the 5 centimeters on the big Martin Luther King Jr., and I'm gonna put the 3 centimeters on the small one, just so it kind of looks appropriate to me. Okay, so when I'm filling in my SPAV table, and I go, okay, what do I have two of? Well, I have two ears, right? And the ears are not areas, they're not volumes. My ears are parts, right? So I have two parts. I have an ear from one and an ear from the other. That's a part, that's a length, right? I know how long the ears are. So we need to decide, because nothing's asking me for a scale factor. I need to decide which statue I want to put in the numerator and which statue I want to put in the denominator. So what I can do is I can come up to the side and I can say, actually, you know what? I like to be unconventional, and I like to put big numbers on the top of the fraction. So I'm going to put this statue, the big statue, in the numerator every time, and I'm going to put the little statue in the denominator every time. Okay, so when I look at this, my 5 is a part. I'm going to put that on top. My 3 is a bottom, or is a part. I'm going to put that on the bottom. So the ratio of my parts is 5 to 3, which means the scale factor is 5 to 3. The ratio of the areas squared is 5 times 5 and 3 times 3, 25 to 9. The ratio of my volumes is cubed, so 5 to the third power, 125, over 3 to the third power, 27. Okay, so I got all of that from just my first sentence and just being given the lengths of the ears. Now it says if the base area of the larger statue, so an area of the larger statue is 80 centimeters squared. So the base, right, if I were to look at the base here, the area that it takes up on the ground is 80 square centimeters. Okay, find the area of my other one. How big is that? How many square centimeters is that? Okay, so my up arrow, 80, my down arrow, x, is going to reduce to the ratio of the areas, because they're areas, right? 25 over 9. Let's cross multiply. 25x equals 80 times 9. 80 times 9 is 720. Divide both sides by 25. And x equals, 720 divided by 25. 720 divided by 25 is x equals 28.8. So the area of the smaller statue is 28.8 square centimeters. Okay, let's look at this last problem. If the smaller statue is made of 22 cubic feet of brass, so when I look over here, 22 cubic feet of brass. When I see that they're cubic feet, that's telling me we are talking about volume. Okay, how much brass is required for the larger statue? So what's the volume of brass that I need, right? So then I'm going to be looking for this volume on the larger statue. So remember, we're going to do the larger one, X, over the smaller one, 22. So my up arrow volume, my down arrow volume is going to reduce to we've already made the SPA table for this problem. We don't have to make it again. That would be silly, a waste of writing. It's going to reduce to 125 over 27. So then I'm going to cross multiply. 27x equals 22 times 125. 22 times 125 is 2,750. So then I just need to divide both sides by 27. And I'm going to get 1x equals 2750 divided by 27, which gives me 101.852, if I round correctly. Okay, so then, try to make sure I have all my math correct. So these are, what are these? These are cubic feet. So my volume of my larger statue is 101.852. These are cubic feet. Okay, so sometimes you'll have word problems and you'll need to be able to build your SPA table and discern which one of the fractions you're using based on the information they've given you. You'll need to decide which figure you want to have in the numerator and which figure you want to have in the denominator. And as long as you stay consistent, you will get the same answer no matter which way you set it up. All right, if you have any questions over similar figures that are three-dimensional, surface area or volume, make sure you're asking your teacher during sync time or after sync time during tutoring if you're virtual, or in class if you are in person. All right, thank you so much for watching.